3.
What's up, Gales?
It's Geneva
and Erica,
and welcome back to episode 5 of Gale Talk.
On today's episode, we decided to bring in defensive lineman and captain of the Gorman football team, Prince Williams, and he is also committed to University of Arizona.
Last week, Bishop Gorman's rival, Mater Dei, took a tough loss to Centennial Corona. This Friday, Gorman Gales take them on. Here's what Prince had to say about it.
Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and start asking Prince some of our questions. So, Mater Dei, you're playing on Friday, right? So,
Yes,
our first question is, what does this game mean to you and the team?
This game just means a lot to us as a group, and individually for me, it means a lot because I was part of that team my freshman year when we had a heartbreaking loss, 24-21. So it just means a lot to not only for this year and this team to be one of the first Gorman teams to beat them, but just for all of those teams before, just to pick up where they left off.
Nice.
So, Mater Dei lost last week. Does that take any pressure off this Friday, or are you guys still
Just because Mater Dei lost last week, obviously that was a really good game between them and Corona Centennial, but our preparation doesn't change whether or not they lose or if they won. Preparation stays the same because the goal is still the same goal to beat Mater Dei, whether or not they lost or they won. They're still a good team and they have a lot of good players on their squad.
Didn't their rank change? Aren't they 8th now, or is it still are they still ranked the same, Mater Dei?
Their rank did change. They dropped to number 8 after they lost, and then St. John Bosco went to number 1.
And then are we still number 2?
Yes, we are. We're still number 2.
Okay. And then speaking of preparation, so in comparison to a Las Vegas team like Palo Verde, how does the preparation shift compared to a good team like Mater Dei?
Well, definitely the energy does feel a little different because it's a national game and then we come to local games. But our coach always puts it in the best ways. Any game, whether big or small, you don't make it any bigger than it needs to be or any smaller. So our preparation stays the same whether or not we're playing against, whether it be Palo Verde or if we're playing Mater Dei. The preparation stays the same because not everybody gets the chance to play the game of football. So you never know when it's your last opportunity.
Yeah, good answer. So I have a specific questions about last time you played Mater Dei. So they ran the ball a lot, and I just wanted to know, do you guys have any plans on how to stop these kinds of plays and runs?
We've worked on it a lot this year, and I can definitely say with all honesty and with the utmost confidence that this year's defense is well put together from our coaches, and not only that, is a way better group of boys than we were last year, which is saying a lot because I thought last year was way different. Now this year's just took it to a whole nother level with a lot of guys that came in, and not only that, different factors playing to stopping the run. Their running back last year is no longer there, so they have a lot of younger guys for their running back, and their O-line is not the same O-line as last year.
Yeah.
Watching Mater Dei's progression and your guys' progression over this year, do you think are you hopeful that you guys are going to win? Do you think you guys are going to win or no?
I wouldn't say the word hopeful. I definitely say we are going to win. I'm standing on that.
Nice.
We're going to win. We put in a lot of work since January for this specific game. Specifically, every other game, is a big game, but this was the main game that we really wanted this year. And with all the preparation that we've done and just the boys that we have in our group and the chemistry that we all have and the bond and the discipline that our coaches have taught us, I definitely believe that we are going to win this game.
Do you think with the help of the fans showing up, the students being there, cheering you on with the cheerleaders and everything, does that environment even affect you guys a lot, or does it not really affect you guys? Because I feel when you're in a game mode, you're kind of just focused, So does that necessarily help you guys and push you guys, or does it just you're mostly focused during the game?
I think for me personally, it doesn't affect me whether or not there's a big crowd or a small crowd because I get to play the game I love, whether or not there's people watching or not. And honestly, for me, it's my parents and them being there. And my parents are always there, whether or not it's a big game, a small game, or even at practice, they're always there. So to me, it doesn't really bother me whether or not there's a lot of people or the big lights. But I know that for a lot of guys, it just makes the atmosphere that much more, important, especially for this game. We really know it's going to be televised. There's going to be a lot of eyes on us. But this group, like I said before, we've worked so hard, that I believe that none of this will
Yeah,
play into a factor whether or not we're nervous or not for this game.
definitely. Did you think that how do you deal with the pressures of like with bigger games like this? Did you already ask this question?
I asked like the comparison between like preparation, but not like
Do you have
pressures.
like any mental things that you do before like big games or just any game in general? Like how do you deal with like the pressure of playing in your football games?
I definitely say, just keeping myself grounded, not making the moment bigger than it needs to be, like how I said, what my coach said. And for me, it's just my pregame rituals every time after we get done with our pregame meetings and our pregame meal. I'll just relax, chill, keep my mind off of football for
Yeah.
that time being, and then every game before every game, call my dad, and then go have a prayer with my mom before every game. So then that just sets the mentality for me that
Mhm.
I have people here behind me, and you know it's not just me, and not only that, I'm representing the name on the front of me, which is the Gales, the name on my back, and then the man above.
Definitely. I love that.
Aww.
Okay, so this is about more of your future and your future plans. So we are aware that you committed to University of Arizona. Bear down. What was that process like choosing U of A, and like what kind of went into your decision with choosing U of A?
That process was definitely a long process. I remember I missed a lot of our summer practices because I was on
Oh.
official visits to Utah, BYU, and Arizona as
Mhm.
well. And it really came down to the people for me.
Mhm.
Like, I know there's a lot of big things about people getting paid now to play their sport, and obviously that's a big thing now, because financial stability is everything in this world now. But for me, it was the people, because I don't want to just be at a school and then transfer the next year.
Yeah.
I wanted to be there and grow not only as a football player but as a young man, because eventually the game will come to an end whether we like it or not, and it comes at different times for people. So I just wanted to put myself in the best situation to grow as a man next to people that I can see myself being there with for 4 to 5 years,
Yeah.
and then not only that, just life after football, and then just the numerous opportunities
Mhm.
for my future.
Yeah. Um,
Awesome.
are you graduating early?
Yes, I am. I am. After the season, I will be leaving January 3rd
So
to
you're going to
Arizona.
Tucson?
Yes,
Oh
ma'am.
wow.
It's exciting. What other offers did you have?
I had a total of 16.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
wow.
Some of the other ones were I had Miami, Wisconsin, Oregon, UCLA.
You chose U of A?
I chose U of A.
Wow.
They just,
I love that.
they just fit who I am as a
Yeah,
person.
definitely.
Like who I am as a person, just I could see myself being there. And not only that, the environment felt like home because it's like a desert,
It is. It's
and I
really
love being in
yeah,
the
yeah.
desert. I didn't want to be. I guess the environment did play a factor
Mhm.
because my parents get to come. It's not that far here from Vegas, and
Mhm.
I just really loved it there.
Wow.
Nice.
So before we end each podcast, I like to ask like a little happy question. So, what's one habit that you practice every day that just makes everything better?
One habit that I practice every day.
Yeah.
Oh, one habit to say that I do every day. I mean, this would be for, I guess, any Christian, just praying,
Yeah.
just praying on anything in life, whether it be, something small as praying over your food before you eat, or praying before you go to bed. I think that's been a really good habit for me, just to keep myself grounded, but to, just make my identity, and it just helps clear my mind for anything in life.
I love that.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you
Prince, for
so much.
coming on. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.